Есть здесь кто? Чего крадешься? Душу мою красть хочешь? Чего молчишь, несмышленыш? Язык вырвали? Слушай, а я тебе еще и нос откушу. Будешь знать, как совать его в чужие дела.
А я просто в школу иду, а тут ты.
Что я? Никогда не видел, как лиса собаку кормит?
Извини, я не хотел.
Значит, не хотел. Ну-ну. Как тебя зовут?
Меня Антон. А тебя?
А меня нет.
Ты здесь живешь? В поселке?
Нет, глупый. Лисы не живут в поселках.
Хочешь сказать, ты живешь в лесу?
Из какой норы ты вылез? Конечно! Лисам среди людей не выжить. Пока они лисы.
Зачем ты так вырядилась с утра пораньше? На утренник идешь?
Видел бы ты свою маску, сладенький. Ничего, скоро проснутся настоящие звери. Спроси-ка лучше у них, где они взяли свои человеческие лица.
There we go. Now it should be working. Save changes. How you doing, Robert? Thank you for letting me know. The OBS likes to go to my headset sometimes, my VR headset. It's being dumb. Alright. The dog yapped in agreement. I dropped my findings in the snow from the surprise without getting a proper chance to examine it. A cold wind instantly covered the edge of the hole it created with snow. Oh yo, how's it going? The dog rushed to dig it out, probably thinking it was a treat, and the fox just snorted. Now I was so embarrassed. I wanted to sink through the snow. Well, that's good, Robert. I'm glad you're doing well. It was still dark outside from the electric circle. On the contrary, the darkness seemed even more thick. All neighboring houses were asleep, deeply in its inkiness. I did my best to continue the conversation with this weird girl I didn't know.
Так ты в школу идешь?
So, you're going to school?
Ах, ну какой же дурачок!
Oh my, you're a real dummy.
Так ничего и
Don't
не
you get it?
понял.
Well, I was trying to be friendly, and she can't stop mocking me. Calling me a dummy and all. I should have just moved along without paying any attention to this weirdo and her stupid dog.
А ты чего
nice.
обзываешься?
The alien movies were pretty good. Liked them pretty well. Why are you so mean?
Не хочешь отвечать, и пожалуйста.
Don't answer if you don't want to.
Никто не требует.
It's not like I care. Still, something froze me in place, tugging me towards the dark figure. Mysterious appearance. Her voice was velvety and just languid. And just languid enough? Languid? Languid. Languid. I don't know. I was intrigued and excited. I watched her as people watch fires burn.
Ой, да не дуйся.
Oh, stop pouting.
Гляди-ка лучше.
Look here.
Ты нравишься Жульке.
Zulka took a liking to you. The dog was digging through the snow with sharp movements, snoring loudly. The fox turned around and looked up at the windows of the nearby houses. As it timbered Oh, it's snowing. As it timbered front looked through the white mist. The tip of her fake nose was shining under the lamp's light.
И не только ей.
And maybe someone else too. Oh, so flattered. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but you're kind of being a little bitch right now. So I am not really feeling the same way towards you. Also, you creep me the fuck out. I went red again, like a boiled crayfish this time. Is she talking about herself or someone else? I hope that the semi-dark would be able to hide my embarrassment from the girl. I cleared my throat before asking.
А кому еще я нравлюсь?
And who's that person? I waited, counting my heartbeat. The fox didn't reply. Her sly stare was scanning the frosty patterns of someone's windows. She was reading them like a glass book. I wonder what she can see in those winter paintings. The stray stopped rummaging through the snow. It ran to me, holding my object in her jaws. A mitten. Could it be the one I found in the forest? What was it doing here? When I looked closer, I realized it was my mitten. Maybe Mom stuffed it there when I was asleep. A certain lost boy immediately came to mind.
Эй, ты знаешь что-нибудь про Вову?
Hey, do you know anything about Vova? I imagined the scene, silhouettes dancing in the clearing. Dance in the night when Vora had disappeared. A boy who when found can provide a big reward and maybe save my family. I remembered my birthday, when our parents promised to take me and Olya to Disneyland in Paris. But instead of a long-anticipated gift, they gave me a simple brick game console. Visibly embarrassed, I was crying my eyes out and demanded to take me to the amusement park. That was the first time when Mom and Dad had a big fight. My greediness shattered their relationship. If only I could fix everything, gather everyone I love and take them to Disneyland.
В ночь, когда пропал Вова, я, кажется, видел, как кто-то похожий на тебя плясал под моим окном.
On the night that Vova disappeared, I think I saw someone like you dancing under my window. It couldn't be true, but I felt her mask became even more sly. Fox was sniffing me out.
А что? Ты тогда испугался?
Oh, that got you worried? DNA after 300 years, so it makes no sense. Well, yeah, but if you make a franchise too long, it's gonna start contradicting itself eventually. That's just how it works. Oh, that got you worried?
За себя или кого-то
For
еще?
yourself or someone else? Olya! As soon as I thought about my sister, my chest tightened. Cold sweat started running down my spine.
Ну так слушай меня внимательно, мальчик по имени
Well
Антон.
then, listen closely, a boy named Anton.
Это большой и страшный лес.
This is a big and scary forest. The foxy made a decisive step forward.
И я не единственный
And I'm
его
not.
обитатель.
Its only tenant.
Другие звери уже знают о тебе.
The other beasts already know about you.
Берегись нас.
Beware.
Этой ночью
We'll come to see you this night, too. I shouldn't have talked to this evil in child form, I thought, panicking.
пока ты со своей семьей будешь спать,
While both your parents are sleeping,
близко-близко и станцуем.
while both of your parents are asleep, we'll sneak to your side and dance.
Макарену!
Something like Macarena! Hey, Macarena! Huh?
Макарена!
Ah, yes. I still don't trust you, but that was good. I enjoyed that.
У тебя прямо челюсть отвисла, Антоша!
Look at your mouth is agape, Antosha? Antosha.
Видел он меня ночью у своего окна. Ага, как же!
He saw me near his window at night? Yeah, right.
А ты случаем не местный дурачок?
Are you maybe not right in the head?
Меня не отпускают гулять так поздно.
Nobody would let me go outside that late.
Здесь, знаешь ли, дети пропадают.
Children go missing here, you know. I touched the plastic frame of my glasses, puzzled by her silly joke. She got me scared to death.
Ой, да не тереби ты окуляры свои.
Hey, why don't you stop fondling your
Я
glasses?
раньше тоже близорукой была.
I was also nearsighted once.
Лучше послушай меня. Может быть, ума наберешься.
Listen to me and maybe you'll become smarter.
Лисичку как обычно называют?
Remember, what do they call foxes?
Плутовка?
Cunning? My words seem to hurt her.
Ах ты ж! Да как ты меня?
Hey, what did you...
Ой, прости.
Sorry. The girl laughed with the voice of 2 jingling silver bells.
Да шучу я!
Just pulling your leg.
Конечно,
Of course we're cunning.
если ты ловкий и смелый, не боишься с плутовкой водиться, я, так и быть, помогу разыскать
If you're
эту
agile and
vulva.
brave enough to befriend a cunning fox, I'll help you look for your vulva.
Ты же неспроста его ищешь, да?
There's a reason why you're doing it, right? I shrugged in reply. Her insight was alarming.
Знаю, почему дети повадились соваться в наш лес.
I know why children have been swarming our forests recently.
Порой там можно найти много всякого интересного.
Because you can find a lot of interesting stuff there.
Я вот однажды нашла целый сугроб конфет и купалась в нем, да так что челюсть слиплась.
I don't know about all that. One day I saw a huge pile of candy once, and I swam in it until my jaws cramped. A pile of candy? I couldn't deduct from whether she believed in what she was saying from the tone of her voice. I showed her another smile, a fake one this time.
Посмотрите-ка, какой недоверчивый.
Boo! So wary.
Ну-ну, а что
Well,
ты на это скажешь?
What will you say to this then? Turbo! Oh my god, I love Turbo and cat candy. Wow, this is so great. And other miscellaneous unnamed taffies and such. She held out her hand in a fur mitten. In her palm was an assortment of sweets. In the city where I lived previously, sweets like that would be in markets or kiosks. I know what a kiosk is. I saw my favorite bubblegum in a vivid wrapper amongst the tasty's treasure. A familiar name on it. Turbo. Yeah, that's what I thought. It did look like, crap, what's that gum? It's not Hubba Bubba. Crap, I can't think of it. Bazooka. Yeah, bazooka. It looks like bazooka. The fox's triangular face nodded at me.
Угощайся.
Take some.
У меня их полные
My pockets
карманы.
are full of these. Fuck. You know, I do love Turbo. I took the Turbo. Alright. A couple of years ago, Universal the Jaws ride got shut down because someone fell into the water. That would do it. I accepted the treat, catching a whiff of the girl's scent. She smelled of fur, fireworks smoke, and citrus. The aroma of a holiday. Fingers were tingling when I unwrapped the gum with care. Peachy aroma entered my nostrils. There was something else too, something unknown but pleasant. The fruity cube ended up in my mouth. I started moving my molars, chewing the gum. It tasted like your usual Turkish gum, but my tongue went a bit numb. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, fucked up. That's not good. I don't want my tongue going on. I couldn't believe my luck after opening the insert. I mean, an insert's that, but sure, tell me what an insert is. Bubblegum insert games. The type of games where players put bubblegum inserts into their palm and try to flip it in the air. Flip it by throwing it in the air. The players who happen to flip one or more times claims them as their prize. The insert was often considered as collectibles. Huh. I looked at the Mercedes-Benz, an extremely rare and hence desirable collector's item for any boy from my previous neighborhood. Oh, okay, so this like, just a picture here is a collectible. Okay, okay, okay. My heart skipped a beat. I was barely able to tear my eyes off the insert. Still
Это же-
stunned.
Это...
This is...
Теперь понял, что можно найти в лесу.
Now do you see what can be found in the forest?
Только на твоем месте я бы туда в одиночку
Still,
не ходила.
I wouldn't go there alone if I were you.
Тебе вон от жвачки в забу дыхание
You,
стерла.
you get so flustered over simple bubblegum after all.
А представляешь, что
Imagine
с
what
тобой
would happen
будет,
if you find a
если
travel
найдешь
case
чемодан
worth
таких
these?
фантиков? Голову напрочь снесет.
It'll surely
Пиши пропало.
blow your mind. Unusual treats, just like everything else about her. I carefully hid the insert in my bag, as if I was putting a rare butterfly in a can. The fox giggled. This is not how things are supposed to go on a Monday morning. Who are you? I refrained from asking that question. She wouldn't answer anyway, or she'll just lie. I really wanted to see what's behind her mask. I was becoming more and more sure that underneath it was a simple young girl.
Может, Вова тоже нашел сугроб сладостей и теперь кувыркается в нем?
What if Vova also found a snow pile with sweets and is rolling in it now?
Слушай, вдруг он
Actually,
решил остаться в
what if he
лесу?
decided to stay in the forest?
Тогда, наверное, ему
He must be so cold without his
холодно в
second
одной
mitten then.
варежке.
I didn't tell you shit about no mitten. I shouldn't have eaten that gum. But I also shouldn't have refused because then she would fucking murder me. Well, right now, I'm going to save. Yes, please. The wind caught her words like smoke from a fire and carried it into the deep darkness into the creepy thicket. The trees behind me creaked with their bony branches.
Или с ним что-то случилось в пути.
Or what if something happened to him along the way?
Что-то страшное.
Something terrible. The forest answered to her words, became alive. It sniffed me out, picking up its ears, just like a curious beast. The fox pierced me with the same stare. I mean, she's not even looking at me, she's looking to the side.
Дикие звери?
Wild beasts?
Это, по-твоему, страшно?
Find that terrible?
Ну,
Well,
не знаю.
I don't know.
Не знает.
He doesn't know.
Уж не с двоечником ли
Oh
я
my,
подружилась?
I have befriended a dunce. I didn't like being called an F student, but the fact that she said we were friends assured me.
Я хорошист.
My grades are good.
Бел да пушист.
Really now.
Пойдешь со мной?
Will you come with me?
Хорошист, Антон.
Good grades, Anton.
Найдем твоего
We'll find your
Сам
Vova,
его спросишь,
and you'll
что
go
он нашел в
ask
этой
him what he
каше.
found in the forest. But I gotta go to school.
Ведь пока мы вместе,
Nothing can harm you while you're with me.
никто тебя в лесу не
But
тронет.
when I'm not with you, my parents figure out that I skipped school. That's not gonna be really good for me, you know.
Вот увидишь.
You'll see. Worms of worry writhed in my belly. Well, I mean, at least they shrunk down to worms. They were snakes before. Better run, whispered my mind.
Я тебе не верю.
I don't believe you.
Ты думаешь, я вру?
Do you take me for a liar?
Ты,
Oh god,
пожалуйста,
no.
мне никогда
No V-Bucks for
никто
him.
не верит.
Whatever, you're just like everyone else. The girl sounded hurt, though I didn't know if she was genuine about it. Fox turned her back to me, as if she lost interest in me in a second. The gum felt bitter now. I remember my dad's favorite phrase, "Where are your manners, son?" Indeed, the fox was kind to me.
Не обижайся, пожалуйста.
Please don't get mad.
Лисы бывают и добрыми.
Foxes can also be nice,
Ну, как в сказках.
like in fairy
Мне
tales.
бы только понять, что ты за
I
лиса.
just need to know what kind of fox you are. Oh, she's gone back to her no eyes. Girl giggled, hiding the nose and of her mask in her hands.
Тогда пойдем со мной в лес.
And follow me to the forest,
Всё обо
and
мне
you'll get to know me.
узнаешь. Но не сейчас,
No.
а когда рассветет.
I don't wanna.
А то
But
тебя
alright now,
бедного всего аж
when it gets bright.
потряхивает.
I mean, your whole body's shaking, you poor thing.
Да выгляди, кондрашка.
I don't want you to get a stroke.
Ай да,
Hey,
провожу тебя до школы.
let me accompany you to school. Oh, sweet, we're going to school. About time. After hearing this, the dog barked in agreement and stopped messing with the mitten. I leaned in and tried to grab the piece of handwear that almost ran away from
Ну,
me.
если тебе по пути,
Well, if we're going in the same direction. We went towards the school and lost dawn. Here and there, the lights came on of the windows in the house we passed, and its inhabitants were sending us warning signs. Silhouettes lurked behind curtains. Dogs would let out the occasional bark. Spirals of gray smoke rose from the chimneys. TVs bustled in kitchens. The dishes were ringing. We watched the village slowly rise from its slumber, while carefully treading the snowy wheel trails. Treading. I took the left. The girl, the one to the right, and the dog was following behind us. I expected the fox to bring up something weird again, but she was being silent all the way, as if playing some game only she was privy to with me. She would only giggle from time to time when the dog sneezed from the snowflakes that fell across its nose. I was the first to break the
как
silence.
тебя зовут?
So, what's your name?
А, ну конечно.
Here it comes.
Имена, имена,
Names,
имена.
names, names.
Людям непременно надо
People's,
вешать ярлыки
you
на
people
все
always need to
подряд.
put labels on everything.
Ну и как бы ты назвал такую лису, как я?
What name would you give to a fox like me?
Даже не знаю,
I don't know.
но я читал про лису по имени Алиса.
But I've read about Elisa the fox.
А что?
You know what?
Я не
I don't
против.
mind.
Пусть будет Алиса.
I'll be Elisa. I couldn't understand if she was joking or not. I turned around as if looking for answers from a dog. From the dark sky with a tinge of the dawn. My silent questions were left unanswered. School's outline was already in our sight. A giant brick box stuck in the endless light. The light in the windows bore its omens for me. The warden's trees were guarding the schoolyard. A scream, childish laughter, and someone whistling tore up the silence. I went here with my mom when we moved here. It looked cozy at the time. Empty corridors, that smell of polish, puffy snow outside. The second time I visited, I was alone, to get books. So I was trying to imagine my peers, rolling down the railing, small kids running into the library, and teachers moving down the corridor with their air of self-importance around them. High schoolers were smoking at the entrance, wearing wool caps in their foreheads and track pants. Their appearance chased away the feeling of coziness. I could have gotten out of this place. Stingy looks and teeth, yellow from nicotine, smirks. All of that was making me feel sad, as in the cloudy winter morning. Being deep in my thoughts, I completely forgot about my
После
companion.
уроков жду тебя на заднем дворе,
I'll wait for you at the backyard after school,
возле
near the
повешенного.
hanged man.
Возле кого?
Near what? She just ignored my question.
Не опаздывай.
Don't be late. I hesitated. Blowing hot and cold again, my mom always said that when I would have trouble choosing between two options. Thinking about my mom really helped me.
Я после школы сразу домой.
I'm going straight home after school.
Эх, Антоша,
Well,
Антоша,
well,
это
Antosha,
я тебя так
gonna let
просто.
you out the hook.
Другие же
But the others will
незаметно
creep up to you,
подкрадутся со своими
their smiles,
улыбочками
and sink their
и
teeth into you.
вцепятся. Клещами не оторвешь.
Won't be able to shake them off as easily.
Попомни мои слова.
Remember my words. Oh no! No! The fox opened her mouth in a wide yawn. What kind of trick is this? No! Oh my god! Oh no! Some kids that were running somewhere in the distance called out my name. I instinctively turned around. Hey! Hey! I'ma punch the shit out of whoever did that. A huge snowball whizzed past my shoulder and hit the dog. It whimpered and ran towards the spring. I barely saw its tail. It got devoured by darkness. Alright, who's getting whooped? And the fox was also gone in an instant. dispatching into the frosty air. Where did she hide in my shadow? I gulped. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, you should, I should have had a choice there. Thank you very much. I wanted to, go with her to the forest because, again, I do not want to get on her bad side. So... And swallowed the gum. Unlucky. I took a deep breath and went towards the school. Towards the cutlets and dough. Towards the light raining down on the snow. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I can click on that stuff. Okay, okay. There was a fresh-looking Volga parked nearby, with one of its front wheels perched on an icy curb. Black like Soothe. So it was straight out of a horror story Dad loved to tell me when we hid in the attic during a thunderstorm. I remembered him always wearing a sad smile when I mentioned the black car that snatched children. He would say, "It looks like a funeral car on the inside, white curtains and all. And it has DSC in its license plate. Do you know what that means? Death to Soviet children." Funny. I was born in the USSR too. A tall man was standing near it. Near what? The school? The weird snow-ridden foxtail up here? I don't know. A tall man was standing near it, puffing out clouds of smoke in the windy air. He didn't look like a teacher. He was a PE guy, maybe. Carefully studied his face that looked like it was cutting a piece of granite, and his hair lip that was holding down a cigarette. He was playing around with car keys and staring back at us. Light from the cigarette reflected into his eyes that were sitting deep in his eye sockets. I froze in place. The hulking man lazily tore off his eyes from us and looked at the road. Ivoga went. I wonder who does this nest belong to? A thieving magpie? Then it probably has all sorts of shiny things in it. Pieces of colorful glass, bottle caps, polished coins, or child braces. Ugh! No, I don't like that. I didn't even wear braces, but I cannot. I know. Gross. Is that it? Is that everything? I think so. Oh, gotta get them. A buzzing crowd of upperclassmen with their winter hats tipped to the side. I'd better not draw too much of their attention. Alright, we'll head in. Muffled voices were coming from the other side of the door. The lamps were blinking. Darkness was creeped up by the window, and it felt like the school was drifting into space, like a lonely spaceship. What do we got? What's my schedule like? After going up to the second floor, I noticed a crowd around the notice board. Hey, it's Vova. I guess I could get to see Vova. Oh, we had a little cat, too. Vova... last name. Machuhukin. I don't know. 10 years old. Grade 4, XBX. He left his home in January the 5th? 5th. January the 5th around 1600 and never returned. Was last seen at the bridge over the Smordina River. He was wearing an orange coat with a hood, a black wood cap, a scarf, and mittens with green stripes. Might have been a plastic toy gun on him. Features: 142 centimeters tall, skinny, brown hair, and green eyes. Please call these numbers if you have any information on Vova's whereabouts. Yeah. There's this, or to the police, parents. Everyone was taking part in a lively discussion. I moved closer and something was interesting through the walls of the backpacks. There was a piece of paper with something printed on it, glued to the left of the class schedule. Well, now it's closer so I could read it easier, but fuck it. Attention, child missing. That's his name, 4th grade. On the grainy print, Vova looked like a dead man, with black mouth and dark, empty eye sockets. Maybe it's just the forest darkness invaded his pores and mutilated his face. Plastic toy gun couldn't protect him from whispering branches and howling winds. Empty eyes of the missing boy pierced through my soul, as if pleading. Unable to meet his gaze, I turned around and rushed towards the window. took a seat on the windowsill. The corridor was slowly filling up with small groups of children. Nobody paid me any mind. Amid the darkness of school toilets, child's voices were reciting a nursery rhyme.
Для медведя, для лисы, зайчик кушать принеси.
For the fox or for the bear, bunny's tasty meals prepare. I turned my head towards them, trying to get a better look at their features, but then my attention was stolen by a loud clicking sound. A female teacher marched down the corridor, their chin raised up high. Her heels were hitting the floor like miniature hooves. A schoolgirl was following her closely. Elsa? Is that you, Elsa? Oh my god, I didn't know you were in Russia. That's so crazy. I'm glad that I found you. How's it go? She was also looking pompous, stomping along the way and whispering some secrets in her friend's ears. She was probably a class rep since she was carrying an attendance registry book.
Екатерина, возьми, пожалуйста.
Katrina, take this please. Teacher opened the door and the crowd rushed in, shouting and pushing each other. Aw, Potato Man! I'm so sorry! Out of all of them, a tall redhead fat boy caught my attention. His face was full of blisters. It looked like an inside of a pomegranate. Oh no. I'm so sorry, man. A bad feeling made the hair on the back of my head rise. I've seen boys like him before. Unsettling eyes, cackling laughs. A girl who was a smaller copy of the teacher warned the boy with a wave of her hand and entered the room through the clearing in the crowd. Some boys stumbled into the doorway and the redhead immediately shoved him. Move your eggs, moron! The boy flew head first, flailing his hands trying to keep his balance. The fatso bursted out laughing and a couple kids joined in his nasty cackling. Their laughter sounded like someone was snipping with huge garden scissors. The classroom sucked all the kids in. The corridor stood empty. I wanted to grow roots into the windowsill. Don't like hooves. Don't like that. Don't tell me. I mean, she was a fox. She was a fox. That's a thing. That's a... Ah. Oh, no! Just a handful of lampposts outside were battling the darkness, writhing from fluorescent fish in a black ocean. Maybe I can still run away. Go outside, dissolve into the dark. I imagined myself in a frozen forest. Wait. No, she was a fox. I imagined myself running through the snow, how it would squeak under my boots and how it would become lighter and lighter with every step. God damn it! My ears! Why? Why did you do this? Looks like titties. The ringer trills brew that illusion away. Ah, well. I don't know any Minecraft YouTube other than like Pat and Jen, but that was like ages ago. And now it's not Pat and Jen anymore, so I don't really care. Then took a couple of deep breaths, trying to at least calm down my mad pulse, and entered the classroom. Titties. Ah! Titty turned into plant. The prim teacher looked at me over the frame of her glasses, clearly looking annoyed.
Я новенький.
I'm the transfer student.
Мне вот
I was
сказали,
told to come
к вам.
here. The snowy forest trail was winding in front of my eyes. The pines rustled, but it didn't sound predatory anymore. She buried herself in the registry and flickered through the pages.
А фамилия-то как?
Your last name?
Петров.
Petrov.
Громче говори.
Huh. What are you mumbling there?
Чего мямлишь?
Say it clearly.
Петров.
Petrov!
Нет такого.
Huh. You're not on the list. She measured me with a long, heavy stare as if trying to see if I was lying. I wanted to sink through the floor. Hazy faces observed all of that from the left. Classroom breathed and snorted in unison, like a living organism, like a dangerous beast.
Ты не ошибся?
Are you sure?
Нет такого в списке.
I don't have you on my register. My knees chose the worst time to start shaking, and I felt dizzy. I clutched my fists so hard and my knuckles became
Мне
white.
сказали, 204
They told me to
кабинет,
come to
Лилия
classroom
Павловна,
204
6 В.
to ask for Lulia Pavlov, class 6C. Apparently everyone in the classroom took my words as some sort of joke because they were all laughing.
Что за бардак?
What's wrong with this school? Classroom fell asleep. Silent. The kids had a smirk for their better occasion.
Понаберут студентов.
Why do they hire so many
Только
interns?
знают, что губяки свои малевать. А я разгребай, значит.
They all know how to put lipstick all over their bulging lips, but when it comes to real problems, I have to solve everything.
А бумаги-то кто заполнять будет? Не первый раз ведь уже.
How do they send you here without any proper paperwork? Ugh. I've had the same thing happen to me so many times already.
Подожди здесь. Сейчас.
Wait here, I'll be back.
Сейчас я им устрою.
After I have a little chat with them. I am the teacher now! Bow down to me! I have gotten rid of your teacher, and I have taken her place. The teacher flew past me, mumbling something to herself in her righteous anger. I was left standing at the center of the classroom. Obviously, the top dog. I don't know who any of these people are, or probably I do, but... No, probably not, honestly. Like convicts in front of a firing squad, I lowered my gaze with mocking stares from all around the classroom, directed at me. They prickled my skin, dancing on it with like lights from laser sights. Oh! Oh, you guys have murdered me. Oh my god, my tum-tum has been... My tum-tum slash chest has been invaded by people. Oh god. I imagine running far away from this place again, fighting the clawing wind, soaring high above the pines in one long jump. With the wind in my back as my only companion, the eyes of my future classmates were asking, "This new boy? Is he one of us or an outsider?" Somebody whispered something and stifled laughter rolling through the classroom.
Доску вытри!
Wipe the board. It was easy to guess who the main prankster here.
Эй, очкарик!
Hey, Four Eyes! Hey,
Чё,
Potato
не
Face,
только
shut
слепой, но
the
ещё и
fuck up.
глухой?
Are you not only blind but also deaf?
Доску вытри, говорю!
I said wipe the board. My knees were the only shaking part of weren't the only shaking part of my body anymore. I was trembling from head to toe, and I prayed for the teacher to come back sooner. My prayers were answered by powers that be.
Ну что мне с тобой делать-то?
And what should I do with you now?
Куда сажать, а?
Where will you sit?
Давай-ка сядь, наверное,
well.
с Семеном.
I guess it was Simon, I
Он
guess.
все равно один.
He's alone anyway.
Еще чего?
No way. Not me. I don't like sitting next to people because I have the face of a potato and I take up so much room, it's just unbearable. Here's Elsa. She's in the center place. This dude just looks like he's asking for trouble. I don't know about this kid. This chick looks like she's just dumbfounded. Like, what the fuck? Is that a new human being in our classroom? Nani? The fatso put his backpack in the seat beside him in defiance, scratched his belly and smirked.
Ты опять за старое?
Are you back to your old
Снова
tricks?
бабушку в школу
Should I
вызывать?
call your grandma here again? Yeah! Do you want your grandma called again? Classroom went silent.
А чё нам не
What's
сделать?
she gonna do? My god, you look like you are drunk off of, like, you got into your grandma's vodka stash, haven't you?
Не она, так я тебе сделаю.
I'll be the one to do something if she doesn't. Alright, have a good one, Robert.
Рюкзак убрал быстро.
Put away your backpack now. Simon didn't move a muscle, and started studying the portraits of writers on the walls, looking bored. I need to do something to resolve this somehow, to save myself. I cleared my throat in a continuous stifled voice that sounded nothing like me.
Я могу за последнюю парту сесть.
I can sit in the last
Там,
row.
кажется, свободно.
I think that there's a free seat. My teacher snored loudly. She is asleep. She heard my amazing idea and just so the backlash of her idea not being the best just absolutely obliterated her brain, passed out asleep on her desk, and started snoring super loudly. She looked at me, and then Simon, I'm just going to call him Simon, Simeon, then back at me.
Ладно,
Fine,
садись пока
go
туда.
there for now.
А с тобой,
And
бабуля,
you,
мы
Baburin,
еще поговорим.
I'll have a talk with
Чтобы
you
подошел
later.
после уроков.
Come to me after class.
Будешь
Oh,
по классу дежурить,
you'll be on
ясно?
cleaty duty, got it? Oh, are you gonna be cleaning there? Simon forced a twisted smile. Juicy pimples were growing on the tip of his nose, ripe for the taking. Don't say that! Don't say that! Don't say that they're ripe for the taking. That's gross. That's fucking gross. I walked carefully, afraid to stumble and fall, causing other outbursts of laughter from everyone. I took my seat at the back in the last table, where I was met with a pile of old posters. The outcasts took their seats, and the class was ready to start.
Вот и хорошо. Начнем урок.
Now this is settled. Now this is settled. Let's start this
Тема.
class.
Традиции русской и мировой литературы в рассказе Зощенко «Не надо врать».
Today's theme is the traditions of Russian and international literature of Zoshenko. Don't lie. Don't look at me. Don't look at me, fatso. Hey, what they calling him? You can't judge me. I'm gonna bully the shit out of this kid because he bullying the shit out of me. It's only fair. The fatso turned back to me. His stare told me about long days, weeks, months of endless bullying. I got my eyes on you, said his watery look. Gross. After just a couple of lessons, I already noticed a huge hello spit in my notebook. What? Then at the cafeteria, someone accidentally spilled a glass of compote on me. What's compote? A dessert drink brewed from a mix of dry fruit and berries. Ooh, tasty. Then he flailed his hands around, acting excited after exiting the toilet so some sort of liquid from his hands would get on me. Just before the final period today, Simon pushed me into a buzzing crowd of girls from our class. Oh no! No! Oh no! They made way, cursing, and I couldn't hold my balance and ended up ramming into the chest of the girl I took from. No, you can't do that to Elsa. Oi! Oi, can't! What the fuck he did? I immediately stepped back, dying from
Прости, ты
embarrassment.
в порядке?
I'm sorry, are you alright?
Я...
She suddenly put her hands on her hips.
Нет, ну вы посмотрите на него.
Will you look at him?
Облапал меня
Groping
прямо
me
у
in front of
всех. Я
everyone.
сейчас всё
I'll
маме
tell my
расскажу.
mom.
Тебя из школы
They'll
выгонят,
expel you,
извращенец.
pervert. Ah, so like her and the bully are in like cahoots. I gotcha. There was some sort of sadistic pleasure in her eyes, as if she was a child who was about to put a lit match under a Schaefer beetle? Yeah, no, she is probably a
Я
psychopath.
нечаянно. Меня
I didn't
толкнули.
mean to. He pushed me.
Все видели.
We all saw that,
Слепые
you know?
среди нас
No
нет.
blind among us. He stared at my glasses while showing me a creepy smile. I started to fume on the inside, but someone had cooled my head.
Толкнули?
I
Чё,
pushed you?
правда?
You sure? He walked up to me lazily, his breast full of sunflower seeds and rotten teeth, then pushed me to the ground.
Вот так, да?
Like
Hey,
this, huh?
что ты
What you gonna do
сделаешь?
now? I have a friend that is a fox, and she will have no problem taking a big hunk of that fat throat you got there and just ripping it from your body. I'm just telling you now. This is probably not the best of ideas. The liquid towered over me, as if saying, "Come on, hit me. Let me see you try it." Endure. I'm not gonna get in any more trouble than I'm already gonna get in. I breathed loudly, stood up, massaging my temples. Someone was making a mocking face as if asking wordlessly, "What are you gonna do about it?" Looked at his red fist that seemed so big at the moment and realized if I saw even a single word, I'll get hit. And he'll keep hitting me until I cry, or maybe even that won't stop him. And no one was gonna help me.
Простите,
Sorry,
я
I
споткнулся.
tripped. What a pathetic squeak. No, don't say you tripped. Say that you... No. Don't say you're sorry. What the hell? Don't say a word. Be like, you're a... Well, don't not say a word. Just don't, punch the kid in the face, because then you're gonna get, poison damage back on your hand, and that's just fucking gross. And I don't want you to deal with that, Anton. But I would call him a potato face for one. Call him a little bitch, and yeah, go report it to the teacher. Call his grandma, and yeah, have her deal with it. If you could actually burn up from the shame, I would already be reduced to cinders by now.
Ходить нормально научись.
Learn how to not be a
Спасибо,
cunt. I lowered my eyes and squeezed myself past Seaman. I'm gonna call him Seaman. Ha! Ha! Get called Seaman, idiot. He showered me with smell of tooth decay.
Пока-пока.
Bye bye,
Дело.
sucker. See you later, potato face. Bat so let out a loud snort behind my back, and my muscles became wooden. I felt him whipping his hand from my back. I continued. Well, I'm not gonna punch the kid. That's gonna only cause more problems for me. You need to be the bigger person and fucking verbally stand up for yourself. For one, you didn't do that. You were being a little bitch. But I don't feel like throwing the punch there is the best of ideas. Just letting somebody know what's going on. They may not do anything about it, but it's not worth, you getting expelled for having a fight. And also, pimple juice going all over your fingers. That's just not worth it. It was even worse than I expected. After class, I was late to leave the school on purpose. Seaman didn't attend the last period, so I was hopeful. What if he decided to dodge the cleaning duty and ran home, forgetting all about me? While the other students were leaving school, loudly laughing, I pretended to look through my books near a window. I was staring outside, nervous. Simon was nowhere to be found in the front yard near the school gate. I didn't really believe I was lucky, so I decided to be extra cautious and stayed for some more time. Gradually less crowded corridor. While the other students were leaving school, laughing loudly, I was pretending to look through my books near a window. I was staring outside, nervous. Steve was nowhere to be found. Wait, what happened? What did I do? All the bustle moved to the first floor. There was a skeleton peeking at the biology classroom. Some jokester put a cap with an American condor on its head. Oh, well, whatever. The sound of running water were coming from the bathroom. I was the only person who left in the whole school. I'm not alone. A sudden thought came to my mind. Remember the lost boy? His portrait was hanging near the announcement board. I remembered his smile, his watchful eyes. The fact that he's most likely already dead.
Привет.
Hello? I shuddered and turned around. Friend? Oh no. Are you gonna lie to me in April? Is that what you're gonna do to me? First, I stumbled onto a black violin case, and I noticed a girl from my class that was holding it. Oh yeah, I remember seeing you. She sat in the first row in the second column. I could swear I caught her looking at me a couple of times. I was always sneaking glances at her myself. Sometimes it felt nice to just look at something pretty. A running spring, a blue sky, or a girl that doesn't laugh at Seaman's jokes, along with everyone else. She wasn't exchanging vile gossip about other girls with Katya. She spent all the breaks just like me, staying in the classroom or looking out the window or drawing or something in her green notebook. Hello. Or more. Hello. I turned red, pretending I was studying the pattern on the wooden floor.
Я видела, как Бабурин тебя толкнул.
I saw Baburin push you.
Ты в порядке?
You alright? The bump of my head hurt, but it wasn't all that much uncomfortable.
В порядке.
I'm fine.
Пустяк.
It's nothing.
Ага, пустяк.
It's definitely not nothing.
Этот придурок в последнее время
That
совсем
idiot can't
распоясался.
control himself at all lately.
Врезал бы ты ему.
You should have punched him back.
Угу.
Huh. Uh-huh, yeah, I know. I should have punched him. That wouldn't have solved anything.
Вроде Семен раньше таким не
Simon
был.
wasn't like that before.
Он к нам недавно перевелся.
He also transferred here recently.
Бабушка мне его по секрету сказала, что он словно взбесился.
His grandma told me that it almost felt like he went mad. I started shoving textbooks in my bag to occupy myself with something. The girl looked at me with clear, attentive eyes.
А ты за рекой живешь?
Do you live over the river?
В том деревянном доме?
In that wooden house?
Ну да.
Yeah. How do you know?
Там, наверное, страшно.
Must be scary living there.
Да еще через лес идти.
You also have to cross the forest.
Я бы так не смогла.
I wouldn't be able to do that. I shivered at the mention of the forest. I thought of the intertwined branches of snakes like trails, the endless darkness that spreads like mold among the crooked trees, and conjured up a blatant lie.
Да не так уж там и страшно.
It's not that scary.
А что тебя так пугает?
What's so scary about it for you? She smiled after a brief pause, as if brushing off a daydream.
Да так,
Well,
ничего.
actually, never mind.
Меня, кстати, Полина зовут.
My name's Paulina, by the way,
А меня Антон.
and I'm Anton.
Ну, это я знаю.
I already know that.
Ой, мне на музыку
God damn it! I hate you so much! Fuck you. Oh, I have to go to music class. She made a couple of steps and stopped. Amazing. Paulina didn't even look like those beauties from the magazine posters, or the actresses from the movies. But in the flickering light of the ceiling lamps, she looked prettier than all of them.
А ты играешь на чем-нибудь?
Can you play anything? My parents bought me a guitar a couple of years ago. I remember my meager attempt at making music. Aim, change we're all waiting for. What? Is this a guitar joke? I'm too stupid to understand. Soya's song echoed through my thoughts and desire to change something. Who's Soya? Viktor Soy, a singer and a frontman of the popular Soviet rock band Kino, Der Toten, that played a mix of new wave post-punk that hit the song Peremian Changes in one of the most popular rock tracks in the new Russian era. Died in a car accident. Sad. Didn't need to know that, but sad. That guitar got lost somewhere, as if refusing to move to the old house near the forest. I think my parents gave it away to someone that needed it
Увы,
more.
не играю.
I don't, sadly.
Жалко.
A pity.
Ну ладно, я побежала.
Oh well, I'll be going.
Пока!
Bye. See you. The girl's shout was picked up by a loud echo. The sound of shoes spread through the school
Пока.
hallways. Bye. I wasn't sure if Paulina heard me. I looked out the window again. Oh, I'm sorry, Simon would say while shoving me off the staircase, in a way that could break my neck if I fell. I don't like this. This is the worst. Ah, God, I don't like it. Or, oops, didn't mean that, after spilling compote at me in the cafeteria. Ugh. And this kept happening to me every day. I couldn't relax for a moment because of the string of coincidences. And to my horror, I realized I was only going to get worse. I couldn't do anything about it. At school, I walked away, looked down, counting down minutes until the class ended. Only in rare moments when I caught Paulina looking at me. I choked from embarrassment and was ready to fight. But as if to mock me, nothing happened. And then my rage subsided, and everything returned to normal. I always went home alone. First, I slipped through the village, and then went over the bridge and the river, and then, finally, through the forest. The road crawled among the trees for 10 minutes. Then there was no passerbys. No, there's no passerby. I only sometimes cars creeped by me, See, it's not only my fault that I can't read. But sometimes the sentence structure in here is a bit mid. As if afraid to sink in the snow. I tried walking as fast as possible because white from the snow branches and black trunks created an illusion of someone wandering in the forest. Somebody tall, sneaky, who could turn into a tree or a snow pile, and then, when nobody is looking at them, continue on their journey along the road.
Ну, здорово, Антошка.
Antoshka! Eh! My heart nearly stopped. From the darkness behind the pines, just like a caveman from their cave, appeared smirking Seaman, with a bunch of his cronies.
Опачки, какая встреча!
And who do we have here?
Очкарик в зубе сарик на.
Catch this for— well, catch this! No teeth. All I want for Christmas is my two fun kids, my two fun— shut the fuck up. They surrounded me like a carnivorous pride, making me step back. The smell of sweet and tobacco attacked my nostrils, and inside my mouth felt salty, as if I'd lick a battery.
Глядите на этого
Look at
сопляка,
this sucker,
пацаны. В
guys.
школе так
He
споткнулся,
tripped
что
so
паркет
hard at
помял.
school that he broke the
А
floor.
ремонтировать кто будет?
Who will repair it now?
Видишься на ремонт терпила.
Will you pay for it,
Не
wimp?
бзди, мы тебя правильно ходить научим.
Don't worry, we'll teach you how to walk right. This is probably important.
Ща, порошник.
Blah blah, don't worry, we'll teach you how to walk right. Someone brought a sizable signet ring up to my face with some geometric shape covering it. In a moment, I'll hit your— well, I don't know if I could say that on Twitch. I'll hit your face so hard, it'll leave a mark for the rest of your life.
Стой!
A wizzy whisper left my lips. Stop! And then head tilted forward, hitting Simon's first. Fist. God. Red sparks flew from my eyes. And then going to gang up and beat me up. Ah!
Яша!
Yasha, give me a hand. Ooh, it sparkled. Someone gave me a rough push towards the bastard with the slanting eyes and and he tripped me. Bollocks, man, I can't read. I fell and hit the sharp crust of the ice with the fatso stepping on my hand, stopping me from getting out. A painful groan left my throat.
Слыхали, как заныл?
Did you hear him whimper?
А ты случаем не педик?
I started losing my breath from anger and resentment. The pain was growing. My ear was hot and pulsating pain. A shout through it, like I was cut off, and a ball of nestle was sewn in its
Чё
place.
молчишь, Антошка?
Why so silent, Antoshka?
Отвечай, ты
Come
педик?
on, tell us. Are you gay? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can say it on Twitch. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think that's TOS. At the moment, I felt unbridled rage and an amalgamation of my anger. Like a sprout's ink, it rose up from the depths of my mind, filling all my thoughts.
Твари!
Morons!
Знаете,
Did you
что
know
мой отец
that my dad?
что за педик?
Oh no. Dude. This became the last straw. Fear and anger were grappling inside me like mad
Он
dogs.
айкидо занимался. Поняли?
He knows Aikido, got it?
Он еще воевал.
And he's a vet.
Таких, как вы, с закрытыми
He'll kill the
глазами
likes of you
убивает.
with his eyes
Я
closed.
только слово скажу, он...
One word from me and he'll— The boy in tracksuit raised his hand, stopping the torrent of lies, and made a couple of steps forward. Yeah, come on, man. This is not helping your case. Demon slowly backed off, giving me an opportunity to stand up. It was a surprise to me. Seems like Babarin wasn't a leader of their gang. In reality, everybody listened to a boy who looked like a small carnivore with firm, sharp teeth. The pines swagged like silent guardians. Did he believe me? Or was he confused by my face that was twisted by rage?
Воевал, говоришь?
A vet, you say?
Мой батя тоже воевал.
My dad also fought in the war. Oh, oh, oh no, 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 no. He's a veterinarian. Yeah, no, he just cures, you know, dogs from cancer.
В Афгане.
An Afghan.
А твой?
And yours?
И мой.
Mine's too.
Да, и в
Really?
каких войсках,
What
интересно?
force did he serve in? Someone my fear got raged in my spilled blood.
Да он фуфло гонит,
It's full
Ромка.
of shit, Romka.
Бля, будуна.
Sure as fuck, eh?
Думал, меня так просто
You think
развести?
it's so easy to trick? I'm so easy to trick?
Я тебя,
I can see all
сучонка,
through your
насквозь
lies,
вижу.
little bitch. Oh, you're a little bitch, eyebrows. I don't wanna hear you. Like, oh my god, what's up with you two and your eyebrow situation? God, you both just not grooming that at all. And little Mr. Tuft over there. Come on. There was a nasty smile on his face now. This didn't bode well for me.
Ты сам себе приговор подписал.
Well, you've asked for this.
Хамать.
You're fucked. Oh my god. That's right, you're totally fucked.
Давай, Антошка.
Pray that they
Молись,
find
чтобы
your
твой
dead
труп по
body
весне
come
нашли бы.
spring, eh?
Сидел бы ниже
The
травы,
north
был бы
the
целый.
north fake. Oh my god, I didn't even see that. That's so good. That's so good. I love that. The north fake. What are you saying? Yeah. If you want to use that, we'll have a we've lost air. Blah 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 blah.
Ну,
You
про
know,
Афган
look at
пиздец,
that
где
though.
мой
The north
батя
fake.
под
That's so funny.
Долг интернациональный.
fuck
Вдашь
you,
ты
Ron.
Марго, блядь.
But fucking around with stuff like Afghan, where my dad spent time under fire on an international duty, and fucking Dash de Margo.
Сёма, ушатай
Give him
его.
some good poundage. Oh, get him. The delinquents closed in on me again, and I ended up in front of Simon. Blood was pumping from my temples. The branches were swaying back and forth, and as if whispering something, giving me hope. I gritted my teeth. Whoa! I gritted my teeth, fighting the thought that I looked silly. I took boxing stands I often saw in movies.
Хера ты, Майк Тайсон.
What are you, fucking Mike Tyson Punch Out? Come on. This is my first fight ever. I'll remember it for the rest of my life. If I don't kick the bucket, of course. At the end of my vision, I noticed the darkness around the ride again, as if someone was walking through it back and forth. I sensed Roma's claws grab my backpack. Hey!
Манатки, Антошка.
Give me your shit, Tony. Tony!
Махаться мешает.
It'll get in the way. I was about to refuse, not wanting to cooperate with the bastard, but then he fished a butterfly knife out of his pocket. One slow motion I put the blade to my neck after spinning it.
Слышь, Фрей, расслабься, а то больно будет.
Hey, easy, buddy. I can make you pay for it. Let out a cloud of steam instead of works. Romka pulled with all his might, and my backpack ended up in his hands, calm and relaxed. An insidious smile on his face. He looked into my
Ты
backpack.
от нас что-то скрываешь, да?
Are you hiding something from us?
У меня в
Some
школе какая-то
rat stole
крыса
my
смело
school
ходила.
shoes.
Ща поглядим.
Let's see if
Может,
it was
это был-
you.
Опачки!
And what's this? Romka gave me a dubious smile. Ah.
Так, а что это
So
у
what
нас
do we
здесь?
have here? My text notebooks fell in the snow. He was holding my backpack in one hand and something weird in the other hand. It looked like a bunny mask. Oh god. Roma lifted it high, as if showing to someone else. To someone in the treetops in the twilight among the trees. An old bunny mask. Long worn out ears, barely visible nose, and whiskers. Mangy fur on the side. Mangy. I don't know. Where did it come from? Who put it in there? Simon laughed.
Новый год уже
It's
прошел,
way
мудила.
past New Year's,
Или
moron.
ты реально
Are you really a
поехавший?
loony?
Это не мое.
I'm a loony. Tune. What's up, Doc? It's not mine.
Как не твое, э?
How come it's not?
В твоем
It was in
портфеле
your
не валано.
backpack. Romka was watching the scene unfold with an evil smile on his
А знаешь
face.
что?
You know what?
Надевай.
Put it on.
Зачем?
Why?
Надевай, говорю.
Because I'm telling you to.
Попрыгаешь перед нами.
You'll hop like a bunny for us.
Давай.
Yeah, come on.
Или без штанов домой пойдешь на.
Or we'll leave you pantless, eh? Anything but this. What if someone from class will pass by? For example, Paulina.
Нет!
Nit!
Сёма, надень-ка на него.
So I'm gonna put it on him. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna turn into a bunny. I'm gonna turn into a bunny. That's not good. Oh. The fox is gonna eat me. I don't know. Aisha rushed to his friend's side and took out the worn-out mask from his... Oh, what's the glossary time coming? Oh, Dash Demargo, deserted region, yeah, plains of death. Then he passed it to Seaman, who already was rubbing his hands in anticipation. I looked around the pine woods, as if waiting for help, as the shadows that writhed around us would take pity on me and take my side. Branches looked like arms, twisting at unusual angles. The blackened bark was there in charred skin. The darkness was the smoke they produced. I can't run. Won't get away. They'll catch me. And then?
Вот.
Here.
Это чтобы маска хорошо
It'll fit better
налезла.
this way. Ah. Gross. He held a huge portion of spit in the inside of the plastic bunny face. Put it close to mine. The spit looked like a squashed spider. Ugh. Gross. Ugh, I hate it. Romka's face twisted. He spasmed like a beast, like he was wanting to tell Seaman something, but then he suddenly stopped. Someone was still close by, with a disgusting smirk on his face and a terrible smell coming from his mouth.
Надевай, барак!
Put it on, fast,
Оттурой
or you're
его.
dead. The mask almost looked even more disgusting yet despite everything, felt like it was a chance for salvation. It could become my second skin. If only I was to put it on. If only my face was against its bumpy surface, and the fur will glitter, while the ears will come alive. I just need to put it on. Seeing when his friends will be gone. Forever. Can I not put the mask on? I don't want to put the mask on. No. I don't want to. There's no way I can just be like, fuck that shit, I'm out. Alright. I reached out, my hand wasn't shaking anymore. Someone handed me the mask and let out an evil laugh. Fur felt warm to the touch. Just like I expected. I got goosebumps. Electric energy flowed through my spine.
Вот оно,
This is it,
моё
my
спасение.
salvation. Voice whispered to me from my well of subconscious. Just put it on. Nobody will hurt you. Forrest froze, gazing back at me with cracks in its bark. I acted slowly. I took off my glasses. Got rid of the nasty spit on the paper mache. There was movement inside the bunny face, as if something was trying to break out, and I needed to help it. I lifted up the mask and started moving it towards my flaming cheek. Just like in that movie with Jim Carrey. This mask had power. This mask had strength. Carton touched my skin. It enveloped my skull, my nose. It took the shape of my face. It smelled like an animal layer in pine. My lips touched some sort of hard wave of material. My armor. Strangely enough, through the slits of the old canvas mask, I was able to see as good as through my glasses. A trio of boys frozen in the clearing. Snowflakes frozen in the air. The trees whose shadows formed like streams towards me, and a weird silhouette in the early twilight behind the windfall. And in all that silence, Simon nervously whispered, "Hey,
Пацаны,
guys, what's up with him?" I broadened my shoulders. My muscles felt like they were made of steel. Invincible plumes of fog flew towards me, breaking off the trees. I was absorbed by the forest's power with every pore of my body. I smiled under the mask. No, I showed my teeth. My fists were itching. My stomach was growling.
Он
He's
превращается!
turning. Who asked for this? I made a step forward. Simon carefully stepped towards me, as if he was walking on thin ice. A trail of my dreams was weaving itself in front of me. Endless, alluring, was beckoning me away from all the problems to the new wonderful world, the world of Magic Neverland. I pulled the zipper open my coat and threw it into the snow with a fast motion. Then it growled. God damn it. I felt like something was frantically looking for the exit underneath my skin. I went towards Simon. He's turning.
Твою мать!
Fuck! Oh god!
Превращается!
Turning
Конченого
into a
мудака!
fucking retard. Oh my god! Oh, holy shit. Oh, wow, wow, you got me good, guys. Oh my god, oh, wow, you made me think I was turning into a big old bunny man who could beat the shit out of you. The clearing blew up into a hysteric laughter. Yasha was clutching his stomach. Roma smirked, shaking his head. Oh no, oh no, that didn't have eyes. It 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 didn't have eyes. I don't like this. I didn't want to put on a mask, but it made me. The game made me. I didn't want to do it. Now I'm gonna be living with Fox Girl forever. And Fiona. Can't see her ever again. And someone who was laughing the most out of the three spat in his knuckle and waved his fist like a club. You're such a moron, Tosha. Well, at least call me the same thing. Oh my god, is it Antoshka? Is it Tony? Is it Anton? Come on. Oh! Fist collided with my mask. The fur didn't dampen the blow at all. There was no power, no magic smoke coming from the pines. I flew towards the brushes and landed into my butt. My vision, no longer bolstered by adrenaline, returned to
Вот это был
normal.
номер.
Oh, that was something. I like this. I like the blurring of the screen.
Думал, он на
I
четвереньки
thought that he'd get on
встанет и
force and
сгрызет
tear
нас
us to
всех,
bits,
как
like a
морковку.
carrot.
Не, ну
You know,
вы
did you
видели?
see that, eh?
Видели?
Did ya?
Это считается, что он
Does this
попрыгал.
count as him hopping?
Это даже лучше.
This was even better. I sobbed. The mask had one advantage. If I cried now, no one would see my tears.
Ну и дурик.
What a loony.
Да тебе в психбольницу.
You belong in a loony house.
В психбольнице
For animals,
для
eh?
животных.
Someone put his knee onto the snow pile, and ripped the glasses out of my numbed fingers.
Отдай очки.
Give my glasses back!
Я домой не дойду.
I won't make it home.
Чё ж,
Bullshit.
знаешь, какой
Haven't you heard that
зайцев
bunnies have a good
нюх?
sense of smell?
По запаху
So don't
доберёшься,
worry.
не ссы.
Just use it.
Прыг-скок,
Hippity hop,
прыг-скок.
hippity hop. Someone shoved his trophy into his pocket, flashed me a toothy grin. Ah, it's creepy.
Кролики очки
Besides,
не носят.
bunnies don't wear
А теперь
glasses.
вали отсюда,
Now
Дау.
scram. It stood up, still wobbling. Trees became a blurry dark wall. The three bright silhouettes were wobbling around me. There were black spots on them, their eye sockets and mouths, but it looked like there were more of them than there should be. I turned to the forest. Simon's boot came to my rescue, kicking me in the butt and quickening my shameful retreat.
Прыг-скок, прыг-скок.
Hippity hop, hippity hop. I threw the mask into a ravine out of spite. Masquerade, baby faces on parade, masquerade. Then zigzagged through the forest in a fire break alone in the giant snow-laden road. The trunks around me all bent in directions, the treetops disappeared in the darkness above me. The sky was pushing me down. I wanted to cry. My eyes were completely dry by now. Only sadness and longing were left. A desire to bury myself under the snow, or leave for the Neverland, joining Vova and Sinya. I don't care where to go. There's someone somewhere far away from here. Somewhere very far away.
Так, я не поняла.
Hey,
Антон,
what's
а
this?
где очки?
Where are your
Потерял?
glasses, Anton? Did you lose them?
Да, ну, мам,
See,
И как можно быть таким
How can you
рассеянным?
be so careless?
Ты думаешь, я
Do you
деньги
think I own a
печатаю?
money printing press?
Как же?
Yeah, right.
Будешь до
You'll be
следующего
wearing your
года в
old
старых очках
glasses until
ходить.
next year. All you rushed to me.
А я лису увидела.
I saw a fox! Surprised akin to a shotgun blast. I could only flap my lips in reply. The cup shattered into many little pieces with a loud clang. My mom left it fall from her hands. Her face was pale and her eyes were glued to the ground. This pause, just a split second, felt like an eternity. Then my mom spoke with disappointment. First it's an owl, now it's a fox. Do you ever get tired of this?
Правда,
But it's true!
такая
She
пушистая.
was so fluffy.
Она у забора
She stood on
стояла
her
на
back
задних
legs
лапах.
near the
совсем как
hedge,
человек.
just like a person.
Она меня позвала, а тут мама
The
вышла,
fox called
и
my
лиса
name,
убежала.
but then Mom came and she fled. There was no fox. Stop making things up.
Не подходи к ней.
Don't go near her. I mean, I don't trust her. But it's better to not get on her bad side. If it was necessary, I was ready to shake my sister as she was a doll made of
Ты
cloth.
чего, Тоша?
What's wrong, Tosha?
Не подходи, слышишь?
Don't go, you hear me? My mom entered the hallway and gave me a surprised look. I hesitated.
Ну, лиса ведь укусить
Well,
может.
a fox will bite you. I remember fairy tales when fox used to kidnap children. I imagined Elisa, liberated, carnivorous, running through the night forest with dangling sack in her hands.
Это ж была не настоящая лиса.
It wasn't a real fox.
Расскажи ему, Оль.
Tell him, Olya.
Она на двух ногах ходила, а
She-
еще была в платье одета.
Yeah, that's her. She stood on two legs and she wore a dress.
Только она была
And she
взаправду.
was real.
Видишь?
See? Mom showed us a tired smile as if it was the only explanation needed. I also forced myself to smile. My smile was like a thin piece of soap, right before it dissolved completely on your palm. When I left alone with my sister, I whispered,
Еще раз увидишь ее.
"If you see her again, run." I shut my eyes and threw the vitamins in my mouth. Washed them down with water. Please stop driving me mad. Please. I was doing my homework on Friday evening like usual. I've already finished the hard part. It was only my art homework left, my favorite subject. Nothing. Nothing new. I can't. Alright, we're drawing. Oh, drawing the Triceratops, maybe? I need to draw some sort of magic beast. I wanted to draw a dino at first, but my bust reached out towards my orange paint all by itself. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. That's not a Triceratops, I'll tell you what. One stroke after another, the picture of a fox slowly started forming on a piece of paper. She was almost popping out of the snow white sheets. She stood on her back legs and wore a sly smile. My brush moved again, drawing a fluffy tail. A moment later, it jumped out of my weak hand. After I finished my drawing, I spent a while studying it in surprise, as if I couldn't understand where did this red beast come from. The longer I looked, the scarier her smile felt. Carnivorous, fake. The smiles women from Forum adult magazines sold in press kiosk back in the city wore. An alluring smile that masked deep-seated malice, and the fox's eyes turned out red as if bloodshot. They looked like bullet holes if they show in action movies. I don't remember drawing the eyes out like that. I moved away from the table and the lamp's light reflected it from a wet paint. The drawing was glossy. I felt the fox was watching me. Waiting.
Антон!
Ah! Father! Oh God! Why? Why would you do that? Anton!
Ты что, оглох?
Are you deaf?
Я
I
задумался.
was thinking.
Тебя спрашиваю,
Ask
ты
you
сестру не
again.
видел?
Have you seen your sister?
Опять она
She's
где-то
hiding
прячется.
somewhere again. Something moved under my bed and I froze. Olya's dirty face peeked out with a finger pressed to her lips.
Оля, я тебя вижу.
Oh yeah, I can see ya.
Вылезай, ты
Get
же
out
в
of there.
пыли
You're
вся.
covered in dust. Olya crawled out from under her bed and started dusting our stockings, looking down.
Пойдем, Оль.
Let's go.
Я тебе сказку
I'll read you a
почитаю.
fairy tale.
Посижу с тобой, пока не
Give you
уснешь.
company until you fall asleep.
Я с вами спать хочу. Не в той комнате.
I want to sleep with you, not in that room. It's... Mom into the room.
Что, опять сова?
What? The owl again?
А кто ж еще?
And what do you think?
Оль, она не
Oya,
придет
it
больше.
won't come anymore.
Я ее
I chased it
прогнал.
away. Oya shook her head in defiance.
Прогнал.
You didn't!
Она
And it
придет.
will come.
Она сказала, что будет
It said that it'll
каждую
come
ночь
every
приходить.
night.
О,
Oh,
так она у тебя
talks now?
говорящая?
Oya ignored the question, then asked with newfound determination.
Можно я с вами посплю?
Can I sleep with you?
Можно.
Please?
В самый
This will
последний
be the last
раз.
time.
Ты же говорила, что
Didn't
последний
you say
раз
that
был
yesterday
вчера.
was the last time?
Ольга, ты уже большая девочка.
Olga, you're already a big girl.
А пусть у меня ложится.
Why don't you let her sleep in my room? I thought it was a great idea, but Oya shook her head again.
Нет,
No,
тебя не хочу.
I don't want your
Она
room.
на
It
тебя
watches you
смотрит.
too. Felt goosebumps all over my body.
Хватит.
Enough.
Нет никакой
There's
совы.
no owl.
Ты сегодня
You're
спишь у
sleeping in
себя,
your
ясно?
own room tonight. Got it?
Ну, пожалуйста,
Mom, please. Please. Mom took Oya's hand and tried to lead her out of the room.
Пойдем, милая.
Let's
Не
go,
мешай
sweetie. Don't bother your brother. Oya clutched the bed's head with her free hand. Please, please, please.
пожалуйста. Не хочу к ней.
I don't want to go to it. Mom was tugging Oya towards herself, but she didn't budge. Only the bed's head squeaked in agony. Dad intervened by picking Oya up and carrying her out of the room, despite her desperate protests and pleas.
Не надо.
No!
Не надо к ней.
Don't take me to it.
Она опять
It's
смотрит.
going to watch me again.
Мамочка, пожалуйста.
Listen to them struggling for a little,
Скажи ей, ну,
to make my little sister go for a while.
мне страшно.
In the end, my parents gave up and let Oya sleep with them.
Последний, обещаю.
But it was surely the last time, ever. When everybody settled down, I was lying in my room, thinking about Oya's words. It's watching you too. I felt uncomfortable. I barely managed to calm down only after closing the curtains in my room shut. But as soon as I closed my eyes, the memory of my day started jumping around in front of me. I was in the middle of a stuffy school corridor. I could see the literature classroom from here, faces of dead classical writers on their portraits, the prim and regal post of the homeroom teacher, Lila Pavlovna. Pavlovna? Pavlovna. Pavlovna! And around that corner was her daughter, Katya, a snitch and a gossip, eagerly waiting for me.
Эй,
Hey, transfer student. Transfer student.
Чего тебе, Катя?
What do you want, Katya? She got on her tiptoes and started swaying, while hiding her hands behind her back, and then asked me with a smile on her face.
Скажи, пожалуйста.
Can I ask you
А
something?
чего это тебя к нам
Why did you
перевели?
transfer here? Might have told the truth about this to Paulina. But Katya was sold on the market for 3 kopiskas. It will be the same as a printing all my thoughts and hanging them on Vova's picture for everyone to see. So I reverted to the answer I knew by
Это
heart.
все из-за моих родителей.
It's all because of my
У
parents.
папы тут новая работа.
Dad has a new
А
job here, and my
мама...
Mom. But Katya didn't even listen to me. She rushed towards and perked up her ears to her friends and whispered something while stealing glances at me and giggling.
Да, конечно,
Yeah,
конечно.
right.
Он нас тут совсем за
He takes us
дурачков
all for
держит.
fools.
Я вот слыхала,
I've heard it's all
что это
because of
всё
his
из-за его
father.
отца. Он недавно
He
кому-то
crossed the road
крутому
to some big
дорогу
shot,
перешёл.
and now their
И
family
теперь
is
они
hiding
всей
in the
своей
remote little
семейкой
village.
в нашем захолустье
Неправда.
It's not
Ты всё
true.
врешь.
You're lying.
А слышали? Слышали, как ему бабурин всыпал?
And did you hear? Did you hear how Babrun beat him up?
А этот лишь ручки опустил,
And all he could
да
do was look at all
потупил.
all pathetic and take it.
Прекрати!
Stop
Ты
it.
знаешь, он не
You know he
один
wasn't
был.
alone.
И будто этого
And if he
мало.
wasn't enough,
Ходят
there are rumors
слухи.
about this
что
weirdo
этот
carries around a
чудик
bunny
повсюду
mask on him
таскает
wherever he
с собой.
goes.
Ой, девочки,
Who
ну
in their
кто же
right
в
mind would do
своём
something
уме
like that,
будет
huh,
такое
girls?
делать? Ясно, понятно.
I see.
Со странностями
I see our
нашим
Tony
тоже.
boy must be insane in the membrane. Alright. At least Katya has good taste in music.
Может, слабоумный? А
Maybe
может,
he's an artist. But what if
и маньяк?
he's a serial killer?
Если в его
I'm
портфеле
sure you'll be able to
хорошо
find an
покопаться,
axe in his backpack
там
if you
и
look hard
такое
enough.
отыскать
Or
можно.
something even worse.
Да-да-да.
Yes, that's right.
Замолчи!
Shut up.
Заткнись!
Ха-ха, вон как раскричался-то. Вот
Look at him
ужаленный.
scream, as if something bit him.
А зрачки-то,
His pupils,
зрачки
look
какие
at how wide they
широкие.
are.
Опять чего доброго с катушек слетит и руки
I hope he
распускать
won't go
начнет.
insane and resort to violence again.
Не зря же его мать с таблетками пичкает.
I mean, there must be a reason why his mom always feeds him those pills, right? I just stood there in confusion, trying in vain to understand how she was able to find out about my medicine. What scared me even more was the possibility of a horrifying truth hiding among her chatter.
Да-да,
Yes, that's right.
он такой же
He's as
ненормальный,
insane as
как и
his
его
little
сис,
sister.
представляете?
Can you imagine
Этот
that she says a
сумасшедший
human-sized
дурочка
owl
каждую
visits
ночь
her every
перелетает
night?
сова ростом с человека. Да-да, только что-то ее никто из здоровых людей не
But not a
видел.
single healthy person has seen it.
А этот наивный простак ей верит.
And this simpleton believes her.
Нет, ну вы представляете?
Can you imagine that? Then I caught a single kind look from the smirking crowd.
Как же так, Антон?
How can it be, Anton?
Неужели
Are you
действительно
really?
тебе не
Are you really unwell?
Полина, послушай меня.
Paulina, please listen to me.
Как же?
Yeah, right.
Не слушай этого
Don't listen to
болтуна,
this liar,
Полиночка.
Polinocha.
Это ничтожество даже постоять за себя не может.
This loser can't even stand up for
А при
himself,
случае
and
и
he
за
won't be
тебя
able to
не
defend you if it comes down to it.
Бросит,
He'll
думая,
run
как
away
будто
and
ты
protect his own skin.
слабак.
Weakling. Paulina slouched as if someone kicked her in the stomach and then burst out in tears. Fell to the dirty floor, wailing and screaming.
Антон! Почему? За что?
I couldn't understand her reaction, but I still rushed to Pilna's side. You guys keep saying totally different names. I can't keep up. To Pilna's side before getting shoved violently by Katya.
Убери от нее свои лапы, чудовище!
Get your paws off her, you monster. Rage was building up under my veil of fear. I slowly rose from the cloudy mist. I felt my upper lip creep up, showing my teeth.
То, что твой отец
The fact that your
бьет
father
мать,
beats your
еще
mother
не
doesn't
дает
give you the
тебе
right to do
права
the same to
поднимать руку.
girls. My fists became hammers. I couldn't unclench them. Nobody could speak about my family like that. I came to my senses when I already lunged at the angry Kate.
Ага! Слетел-таки! Слетел! Спасите! Помогите!
Petrov! Oh, that's my last name.
Катушек слетел!
Oh god, everybody's all wiggle-waggled. At the same moment, the crowd around her became louder. It started whistling and roaring and growing. The slender silhouettes of students became larger, wider. They shot upward, towards the ceiling. Turned into a giant black forest, choke full of toothy face. I shrank into the tiny ball of fur, started shaking in fear before the mighty ridden trunks that belonged to either trees or humans. It was impossible to tell.
Вот ты и
So you
показал
finally
свое
been showing your
животное
animal
нутро.
nature.
Трус!
Coward. Katya's face was twisted by jubilation and ecstasy. I'm torn.
Почему? Нет! За что?
I didn't do anything to you.
Он! Животное! Чужак!
Scary flapping of wings came from the forest. Two giant white ears descended somewhere from above, and I dug myself into them.
Пожалуйста! Вставай!
I jumped up, almost falling out of bed. Apparently I was splashing around for hours on the sweat-soaked sheets. Olia's scream pulled me out, set me free from the tentacles of fear.
Антон! Пожалуйста! Вставай! Вставай!
It took my eyes a while to focus on the silhouette near the window. Olia's voice was distant. My head was still ringing after the fight. The sound got distorted, as if my ears were stuffed with cotton. My sister, as distressed as ever, just kept repeating the same phrase.
Сова! Сова! Пожалуйста! Я боюсь!
Her tears poured into my heart like boiling water, but I was almost thankful for the owl's appearance. Otherwise, the scared Olia wouldn't have
Оля,
woken me
я
up.
сейчас.
Wait a second, Olia.
Хочешь, я тебе Мурзилку почитаю?
Want me to read Murzilka for you? Which is a Soviet and Russian monthly illustrated magazine for kids. It's been published since 1924. The magazine uses unidentified yellow creatures wearing scarves and red berets as its mascot. Writers in the Samuel Marshak and Ignia Barto contributed to the magazine early in its career.
Подожди.
Give me. I placed my bare heels on the cold floor. Felt around my glasses. Remember seeing his mean actions inside.
Антон! Пожалуйста! Пожалуйста! Посмотри!
She couldn't tear her eyes off the window, as if it was a staring contest. I found the light switch in my land, and the lamp poured light all over me. I got up from the bed. My vision fooled me, moving the window closer to only push it farther the next moment. My sister was just a blurry spot. I knew it. Oh no. I made a careful step forward.
Оль, что там? Что-то
What
случилось?
happened?
Ты хочешь, чтобы я
Do you
открыл
want me to
шторы?
open the curtains?
Нет, не надо! Там же сова!
The voice was coming from behind. Yeah, that was to the door. Fuck! 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 No! No! Oh no! I turned around in frozen terror. Oh no! Teary eyes, Oya stood in the doorway.
С кем?
Who?
С кем ты
Who are you
разговаривал,
talking to
братик?
right now? I don't know. She stared at me with the eyes that were red from crying, with her hands wrapped around her shoulder. Her voice was nervous, as if she was afraid to hear my
Я
answer.
разговаривал с тобой.
I was
С тем,
talking
кто
to you.
притворился тобой.
Someone who pretended to be you. Oh no. The ledge outside my window creaked ominously, as if something huge was sitting on the top of it. Ah! That thing pretending to be Olia started spreading, changing shape, growing to scary heights under the lights of a carnivorous moon. Ugh. The voice didn't belong to my sister anymore. The thing was hiding behind the curtains, got tired of pretending, making me look like a fool. I pinched myself as hard as I could, hoping that the silhouette near the window was just a continuation of my nightmare, a hallucination, brought up by a cursed house. And those don't bite, do they? This silhouette was towering before me, under the veil of mist. I heard Olya's shrill scream when someone had knocked on the window.
Она пришла за нами!
I came to get us! Stepped back in the middle of the room, another knock. As if there exited nooks where I could hide from this horror. The sound was sharp, metallic. The lamp started shimmering, and it suddenly lightened the whole and went out. Like a candle under a strong wind. The filament inside it snapped with a ringing sound. Shit! Darkness that was waiting for that exact moment poured from all the angles and enveloped me. There was only window left. The whole universe, a moonlight, fell through it, painting everything the color of bones that were exhumed from a crypt. Olia started squealing and pressed herself against my back, seeking protection. And then an eye, burning with a carnivorous fire, stared at us from the window. Knock knock. No, I wasn't trying to break the window. It was toying with us. It just kept knocking, driving us mad. As if a giant clock was measuring the time that we had left, and its pendulum kept swinging above the abyss.
Уходи! Убирайся!
Go away! Shoo! Leave us be! She was screaming in desperation. Her hand was clutching my arm like a pair of pincers. I could barely make out a pair of wings that spread out above the black spot.
Скажи ей, Антон!
Tell her, Anton.
Скажи, что я больше не буду себя
Tell her
плохо
that I won't
вести.
be a bad girl anymore.
Никогда!
Never ever.
Только пусть она
I just
уйдет!
wanted to leave.
Пожалуйста!
The moonlight suddenly disappeared and the room descended into darkness. Fuck. Couldn't see the burning eye anymore. I swallowed the stingy lump that was stuck in my throat. I stepped towards the curtains, entranced by the call of the disfigured guest.
Не буду, не буду, не буду, не буду!
And he was standing behind me, mumbling, I'll be good, I'll be good, I'll be good. The bleak window was creeping closer. Curtains rustled. I reached out to move the curtains aside, so I could look my fear in the eye. At that moment, I heard noises coming from our parents' bedroom. Without thinking, I put the curtains to the side on one swing. Nothing. There was something shining on the ledge, among the scattered feathers. My glasses. One that Simon took from me. How did they get here? Was that a gift from the gurgling night? Did that owl really bring them here? I looked at the front yard, at the foreboding clearing, the toothy forest. Not a soul. Not even a hint of our late guest. Only the old lamppost, dreaming like a lone watchman among the snowy desert. The dry window frame creaked. I tore away the insulated tape and the stripes of glued newspaper. Before plastic windows became widely acceptable in Russia, the cracks in the frames of wooden windows were filled with cotton pieces or cloth and sealed with self-adhesive tapes or strip of newspaper soaked in soapy water in a conservative heat and weather. Okay. I barely managed to open the window. Frost strung me with little needles. Paintings on my wall began to drift. I touched my glasses. I'm sure they would melt in my hands. They were real. My brain was scrambled for an explanation. Simon and his game had pulled a prank on me. That was it. And the smooth white blanket was glittering under the street lamp just outside our yard. If anybody was to get close to the house, to climb the pipe at the ledge of the window, they would surely leave footprints. But there were none. I cautiously took my glasses. My wrist was still intact. Nobody pulled me to the darkness, full of restless withering.
Вы почему не спите?
Why aren't you in bed? I swayed from surprise and almost fell out the window.
Совсем сдурели?
Are you out of your mind?
Жарко, что ли?
Did it feel hot in here?
Не болели
Do you
давно?
want to catch a cold?
Там сова была! Тоша ее прогнал!
The owl was here. Tosha chased it away.
А ну-ка,
Go to
марш
your
спать
room
к себе в
immediately
комнату.
and get into your bed.
А с тобой?
And you. Mom paused, directing her seething eyes upon me. She was thinking of a punishment equivalent to my mistake. In the end, she waved her hand, took Oya by the shoulder, and left, leaving me with the last glimpse of words.
Завтра поговорим.
We'll talk tomorrow. Managed to get the frame back into place with a couple hits, pressed the latches with all the strength my fingers could muster. The cold left the room, but the fears were still present. I placed my glasses on my nose, started studying my reflection in the mirror, in the window. It didn't look like a face, more like a death mask. From the boy that had it too. That night, I was on the edge of joining him there. The black and white face staring at me through the clearing machine student head. Attention, child missing. Simon Bora, Babrin, grade 6, B. He left for school this morning of January 16th and never returned. Features 155 to 160 centimeters tall. Chubby, brown hair and gray eyes. Was wearing a dark brown sheepskin coat, a beige scarf, and a black mink hat, and Alaska boots. Please call these numbers if you have any information. It wasn't Vova. His face was right beside it. I recognized the fat cheeks, the damaged skin. Simon. Boberin's photo was printed out and placed on the glass like an exhibition piece. Shit. Thank you for completing Chapter 2. We are deeply grateful. For everyone who purchases the game in early access, all the profits will go towards further development of the game. Please support this game. If you have not watched Chapter 2, if you haven't watched Chapter 1 yet, play that. Get caught up with it. This has been a wonderful experience. What up? Well, I should have saved it there. Damn it. Oh, now the fox is there. That's nice. God, that's just so creepy. So creepy. I love it. I love it so much. This game has been phenomenal. I'm going to be completely honest here and say that I have enjoyed every moment of it so far. It has been a blast to kind of get into a new style of content. I usually don't do these like visual novel kind of games. I'm more of a, I'm more of a shooter or a fighting game kind of person personally. So getting these horror visual novels is just a whole new experience for me. But this game has been so good so far. I cannot wait for Chapter 3. I do not know when Chapter 3 is going to be coming out, but whenever it does, I will let everyone know, and we will be getting on it. We are definitely going forward with this. God, just the storytelling, the immense fear that it just gives you at certain points, and sometimes it leads you into a false sense of knowing what the hell's going on, because like the whole situation with Elisa was like, oh, it's a fox. It's one of those creatures that were out the window, and then it kind of deviated from that. It was like, oh, it's just a girl in a mask, but she lives in the forest, so she is a fox, but it's still just a mask, right? And then at the school when her mouth fucking opened, and it was just a fox mouth, and I was like, oh no, that's so good. That's so good. Just a little subtle like, oh, this is what's going on, and you're fucked. I have been incredibly impressed with this game. It's hard to, with the voice. I mean, the voices going on and such. I like the voices. I really do. I do like the voice acting in it. But it's hard to like know when I need to add me saying something or not. But oh my god. Oh Jesus. It's probably I probably would need to say it on like I would probably need to turn off the audio like that, the speaking audio, but I really don't want to. I like knowing what these people sound like. So that's that basically. I don't know if I'll be streaming anything else today. I'm kind of tired, and I'm wanting to try playing a game with Amborvis, and we're gonna test out like some new games that we are interested in and see if it's anything worth streaming and such. So yeah, I don't think I can upload this to YouTube. I mean, I probably will if it gets taken down. Whatever. It is what it is. It's not like I'm getting paid for it anyway. So I mean, I'll put it up there. Why not? I need to just get used to doing that for everything that I do. Probably tomorrow I'll get all the videos and stuff put up into like put in the process of going to YouTube or later today. But we will see. Thank you for everybody that showed up. This is a short stream today. I know it sucks that I'm only able to stream like 2 days a week and it's shorter streams, but you know, I finished a chapter. I feel like my body is just like, all right, we're done. I'm probably gonna actually I might try to find a way to find time to edit this down during the week and like make a proper video out of it. That should be really fun. But yeah, until then, I will see everybody later. Who do we have to raid possibly? Do you have anybody on? No one's on. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. But it is what it is. No raid today, but I hope everybody enjoyed and you have a wonderful day. I hope everybody here that is coming from the YouTube video or coming from just watching this stream in the backlogs, I hope everybody here enjoys their day and has a good weekend. But for now, I will see you later. So.